Well, there we go. G'day, tubes. I need some more light there. How's she hanging? Pretty good here. Close that door and keep my heat in. Doesn't take long to evacuate that heat when you got a 10 by 10 door, sucking all that heat out and the cold come in. Let me tell you, it sucks. Literally sucks. So anyways, today, I hadn't really had too much planned, but the last time Iron Man was up, which was quite a while ago now, he brought me these two engines to look at, and if you remember one of them, I think it was, I can't remember which one now, but the rocker had pulled off the push rod. But anyways, fix that. He also brought me up this old weed whacker that he found in the scrap heap there at his work. Weed eater brand. Weed eater, weed whacker brand. Leaf blower, sorry, not a weed whacker. Leaf blower. Ooh, that's maybe not so good there. Whoa! She's missing a bolt dewey, and that one's really loose. Almost out. Fuel lines don't feel too bad. 25cc gas blower, 200 mile an hour. Now, I don't know anything about it. Nothing. Zilch. He picked it up, like I say, out of his scrap pile. Oh, she hasn't had good gas in her for a while, so that's not too good of a thing. But we're going to do a little work on this guy maybe today and see if she'll start. Poulon Weed Eater. There you go, 2009. EPA in California, blah, 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 all the deweys there. So she's not super old, but I bet you someone used it 1 year, done with it, threw it in the garage, and should come off of there, I would have thought. Threw it in their garage, and went to start it up the next year. It won't go, because, you know, there was crappy old gas in it and stuff. So I guess we're gonna have a look at her today. Iron Man said this is mine. He gave it to me. He said, I didn't kind of really know that, and you know, I don't see him all the time, so I hadn't really jumped on doing her. So oops, sorry. But anyways, we're going to pull the plug here, I guess, and GK. That's good. And see she's got any spark to start. Oh geez, not much to ground out to in there. I'm gonna have to rig her up something else here. Okay, let's get you on a tripod and see if this thing's got spark to start here. Okay, now, oh, that's not even tight. So that's interesting. Kind of looks like a, ooh. Ooh. That, however, does not look like a very good spark plug to me. I'm going to clean her up a little bit here, and right now I don't think I get a spark out of that. Just might grab my light here and just have a look down the little hole there and see what that looks like. I'll let you know. Of course, I can't really get you in there. It's actually fairly clean. A little bit of carbon-y on the top, so she's had a bit of use, but let's clean this up here as best we can, and then we'll somehow, I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to have to do it like this, and then maybe try to ground it out like that, and then give her a pull and see if she's got any spark. But just want to make sure I start with a nice clean plug here first, so we'll get that cleaned up and then we'll give her a shot here. Okay, all this plastic on here is hard to get something to ground out to itself, but we're gonna try to, whoa! Oh crap, hang on, I gotta get this all lined up. Okay, now if I go easy here, we do have spark. have spark, so that's good. Okay, now I'm really probably leaning towards the now I'm going to explain something here as well. Yes, we had spark there, but I have had engines that doing it like that. Yeah, you had sparks, put her back in, won't run. What the heck? For some reason, sometimes spark plugs go weird and they will not spark under compression in the engine. I don't know exactly what it's doing to it, but I've had it many times, especially even on my old hit and miss engines here, where get on there, you turd, where it'll spark outside of the engine, but you put it in, try to start it, nothing. So it's like, I don't know, put a new plug in, it's fine. So it's one of those kind of weird things. Now I wouldn't really mind having a look at the air filter in here too, just to make sure we're gonna get air in there. There we go. She's a little bit of a weird dewy here. How the heck does this come out of here? There. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad there. Actually, it doesn't look like it's had that many hours thrown on it. Should be able to get some air there. Now, worst comes to worse, if, you know, we have to, I don't even know what kind of carburetor's on that, but if she's a special adjustment, which I do not have the tools for. Normally they would have put a little slot in the adjustment screws here, but as you can see, those things are like a little splined kind of thing in there, so that's not sort of too good. But technically it should be sitting on the adjustment where it ran good last. So now this fuel tank thing, what's going on here? That's kind of not sort of super too good. I don't know if my little guy here will get in there and crank that on a little bit better. Okay, that's a little tighter. We're missing one screw there though. I don't know. Probably an Iron Man's pile of stuff at work there, but anyways. Now, so we got spark. This looks like it was a vacuum shredder too, sort of like my one I got. This thing should open up here. Some way it opens up. And this thing should open up here to attach a vac. There we go. Yeah, so you attach, you know, she's had a bit of use there too, vacuuming. So you attach your Dewey. Mine was a turn and twist, and then you have this great big tube sticking out, which actually I've got my tube here somewhere. Oh, it's kind of buried in behind everything here. But it's a great big tube. Mine's about, you know, this big. It sucks it in here and then fires it out here into like a bag. So this thing technically here should come off too, which actually I'm going to take off. Come on, baby. There. That'll make her a little bit easier for maneuvering and stuff. Stupid square nuts. Wow, square nuts still, eh? Not very often you see that's not the right nut actually. It's supposed to be a hex nut in there. So someone's had that fall apart on them. Just crank that down. Now of course there's no gasoline in it. 40 to 1 it says on there, which I usually mix my stuff at. I wouldn't mind getting that little thing out of here, except she's in there really good. It just can't quite reach her, so I'm going to, well, maybe I can fish her out with this thing. It's this is only a straight pick. I need one with a little hook on it, but I think we got her. So sometimes these things all mess up too, and there's a little filter on this guy too here, right? But I think it's okay for now. We'll just try her. You know, I didn't, Iron Man just gave me this, so it really doesn't owe me nothing. So if it ends up not working too good at all, then so be it. That looks fairly clean on the exhaust here, so that's good. Okay, so I gotta get some gas mixed up here. And I've got some here. I know this is straight gas for when we were working on our little Honda engines there. So how much do I got there? I got... I'll let her settle a minute. Now, smart thing not to do is check how much level you got in here with a match or a lighter. Oh, she's down a bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do, it's kind of early in the year for me to be mixing up gas, but anyways, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I could dump some gas, some mixed gas out of something else and just to dump in this to test it, because, well, either or, I got to use this gas up somehow, because this is actually my gas for my weed whacking and stuff, you know, with the little nozzle that you just push and it just shuts off, fills and shuts off, right? It's pretty handy, that thing. Crappy tire. It's made by Scepter, I think it is. Safety stop, flow with valve, lock position. What have I made in Canada? Hey, made in Canada. Yeah, this is, I think, a Scepter. I think it was Scepter. I can't remember. But anyways, yeah. How much do I got there? So normally I mix. I don't know why I can't see that level in there too well. It's not shining. There we go. That's better. Okay, so we got. Normally I fill it up to the 5 liter, or just between the 1 1/4 gallons. So I'm missing a little bit there. So let me just. I'm gonna have to. I don't really want to do it this way, but these guys here. This is a 100 mil. If you mix that to, I think it says 5 liters of fresh fuel. So which is this line here. That'll mix it to 50 to 1. So. Yeah, I'm down quite a bit there. I kind of, oh man, this really sucks because I don't want to use a part of a thing, but I don't want to use a full thing in this little bit of gas too, right? Because it's going to make it like really thick, you know. So I guess I'll have to sacrifice a Dewey here and just kind of mix like half of this container into this, because yeah, I've got. I wish I had a better measuring thing, because it's, it just sort of stops here as 1 gallon or 5 liters. So that's probably about 3 liters, or 2.5 liters. So we'll say 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's probably a little bit less than 3 liters in there. So very important to, when you open these, make sure you pull this piece right out of here, out of the way. Okay, so this is going to be tricky, but I'm just going to put some in. A little bit extra won't hurt, but a little bit too much will hurt, because it's not good on your. Try that. It's not good on your spark plugs and stuff. You can see with that one, it was pretty crubbed up. So, okay, so now all we got to do is shake, 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 shake your gas can, shake your gas can. That should be good. Now, if we look in here, she's a little darker than she was before. Can sort of see that. Okay, so it's not exactly how I normally mix it, but I'll put the oil in first, and then the gas after. But anyways, we're just gonna put a little bit in here, see if we can get anything to happen. The tank actually looks fairly clean. It's not too bad. I kind of go by the color, right? When I worked at the rental, my boss would put the gas or the oil in, and then I'd go fill up the cans, blah blah blah, whatever. Oh, this one time they got oil and it was clear. What a freaking nightmare that was, because you had no idea. Okay, was that mixed gas or was that not mixed gas? So normally it's got that little bit of a color to it. It's kind of hard to show you the colors, but got a little bit of a blue tinge to it, right? So you can tell if it's been mixed or not. Okay, see if the primer is going to work here. Feels like that's working. She's primed up, got hard there, so okay, full choke. Probably, okay, that's got one of those switches that's you have to hold it so it's always on. It doesn't seem to have a throttle lock, but you can pull it. Kind of think it might have an issue here. I don't know. Probably got somewhere an impulse line. It could be coming right through the intake here for pumping the fuel, but I'll give her some good pulls here. Willing to bet the diaphragm in the carburetor, the fuel pump part of it's screwed. Okay, so now what I want to check, spark plug in here. Could potentially have that issue of not sparking under compression, right? Now it's good and wet in there. Anyway, so that's the good thing. Getting fuel anyway, so I'm going to try a little trick here. There's lots of fuel actually, it's probably flooded itself. No, and I'm not a smoker, but I'll tell you, this is the handiest little thing to have with you. That's pretty wet. A blast of air here, I think. And sometimes it'll help if you just warm it up a little bit. Now this is one of those windproof lighters. You just heat her a little bit up here. Stick that feller back in there. So it looks like it's getting fuel, so that's good. Not wanting to kick. Interesting. Well, that could potentially be an issue with not wanting to spark under compression. Let's have a look at her again now. Pretty wet and juicy again too, so what I'm going to do now is try and dry this out a little bit. A little better. I don't think I got that exact spark plug, but I'm going to try maybe another one here. Okay, no guarantee this will work either, but Champion is going in. Now, if this doesn't work, what I might try is putting a little splash of gas right in there. If I can get a little splash out of the big can there. This is a Champion spark plug going in here, so I never checked to see if it was sparking outside, but presume it would. Okay, that's good, that's good. Interesting. Might have more issues than I think. Well, I never actually smelt that crap on the plug too much. It might be just total crap stuff in there right now and it's not letting the actual gas come through. So what we'll try, this one in, yeah, she's wet again. Because this didn't, technically that's wet enough when you light that, it should kind of woof up and A little flame there. Not much though. Okay, so what I'm going to try is clean that up real good in there, and then we'll just put a little splashy bit of gas in there, if I got any in there. Oh, that's lots. Okay, and we'll try the maybe the NGK again here. It's actually probably too much. Just basically need a little sniff of it, right? Okay, that's geez, that's probably still too much. Just basically enough to coat the top of the piston. You don't actually want a puddle of it sitting in there. That's not too good. Because if you do that, you'll probably get a hydrolock, which is, you know, the piston won't be able to compress the liquid. Sort of basically just to see if the spark's working here, right? Interesting. Now, I'm not missing something stupid. No, the switch is one of those rocker switches, so very, very, very interesting. Come on, baby. Okay, so I don't really know what to try now, other than maybe this other plug. If that doesn't work, almost maybe thinking that the exhaust port's got a little bit of a problem. You know, it's letting lots in, but it's not getting any out. Which sort of will make a bit of a difference. Definitely moisture on these plugs when they're coming out, so that means it's getting some in there, but it's maybe not able to get out. That's very interesting. It's pretty wet there though. Maybe I just flooded it, who knows. Actually, it doesn't feel like it's really got a whole lot of compression. Do a compression test on it, maybe just for fun too. Now I know you're supposed to sometimes, I think they say do a compression test when the engine's warmed up, but everything gets all, you know, heated up and swelled out. And I'm not too sure about that. Let me grab my little tester here. We'll give her some compression testing. Somebody possibly could have ran this thing again without enough oil in it, and you know, she may be shot internally. I haven't looked at anything there yet, so the top of the piston looks good, but it's usually not there that burns up. It's usually the exhaust side. Okay, that might be a nightmare to get that back out, but let's see here. The reader upside down, I guess. Well, that's not too good. We're getting about 85, 90 psi there. It should be up around 120-ish maybe. That's not so good. We're under 100 psi there, so it's not good at all. Reefing on her too to try to get lots of spin in there, and we're under 100, so I'm not liking that too much. That could potentially be why it doesn't want to run. And it seems like it doesn't have a whole lot of compression, if you know what I mean. So, oh boy, this thing's pretty freaking buried, although it's not too bad to get in here. We'll maybe get our Allen keys or something. And I'll leave those out for now. Get our big Allen key set here. Let's just tear it down, see what it looks like inside. Alright, so good thing with these, they have these screws that are a really coarse threaded screw into the plastic, I guess, so they bite in real nice. But they don't take much to get them out, which is sort of super nice. Keep forgetting I gotta get a set of Allen key Dewey's on a ratchet thing. I had a set, but like I think I remember saying, I had to take it back because it had a lifetime guarantee on it, but they didn't have the set to replace it, so it kind of sort of sucks. Oh, this one's going to be fun. Oh, someone at my door. Alright, I got that bottom screw off of here. I think that's all that's holding this outer shroudy cover on. Yeah. Even a little heat shield Dewey in there and everything. That's probably helped block the airflow. So, I was thinking about this too a little bit here. There could also potentially be a leak somewhere here, as in block got a crack in it, or a seal somewhere here leaking. Now I know, oh, these are a bit of a weird screw here. I don't know if I can get those out or not. In this cover here, we'll be actually, you'll be able to see the crankshaft and the connecting rod and all that lovely stuff in there. I had a weed eater once apart, weed whacker, so you know, weed grass trimmer, apart once, and pardon me, it had that cover on. I'm like, oh, what's under there? To pull that off, I'm like, oh crap, I didn't want to get in that far to it. But anyways, I'd like to get this muffler off. Holy crap, I can't even see down there. What kind of screws are down in there? Oh, that's not maybe too good, although I don't know, I might have one. Hang on a sec. These are at Torx, it looks like, but I don't really know what size. Oh, it's that size apparently. This is my you know, like chainsaw screwdriver. That's good. I just kind of want to see if I can see any of the piston in here. It's going to tell me pretty quick there's an issue going on in here. For some reason the compression is down, I wouldn't say a lot, but it should be well up over 100 psi on the gauge Dewey there, so that come off pretty good. Just got awful wet in there. Okay, I just gotta dump this off of here. Now, what can we see? Oh boy, yes, she's not looking too super good here. Okay, I'm gonna need the light. I gotta get her positioned here where I can show you guys. Well, maybe it's not that bad. It's definitely got an issue here though. Crap, the recoil's in the back here. Just want to pull her down here a little bit. Well, you know, it's not terrible looking in here. Let me just have a look here, see. It's, yeah, not good. It's maybe not too good. Okay, how can I get this positioned where you guys will be able to see? Okay, you know what? I can sort of tell by looking. There's quite a gouging on the ring, the piston ring in here. Okay, if that'll stay there, I'm going to get you off this tripod here. We're going to try to zoom in here with the light as much as I can. You can see the gouging in the piston a little bit and that ring. That's not really too good at all. Okay, so Once again, these things are only like $120, if that, at the store, so there's no real point in trying to get parts and rebuilding it. So we are going to dissect. You know, do a bit of learning and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. So, now it'd be nice to get that engine out of there, away from the rest of this guy, but there will be a big blower dewey over here, which is going to be kind of in the way. Now this one, just trying to look at her here, this one does have the cylinder that comes off the top, which is really good. Although I'm gonna take all this carburetor stuff off, I think, to get her a little more naked. It looks to be 2 big bolts that go through that hold that down. I thought there might have been, there's usually 4 on each corner, right? Okay, so what do we got to do here? Oh, it's that stupid screw again. Oh no, it's an Allen key, so they look like a... Okay, that's alright. These things are like dime a dozen. These weed eater ones are dirt cheap. I don't think that's the right one there. It is there, but why is this not fitting? Yeah, these things are... well, weed eater, weed whacker. Okay, why is that not fitting? A weed whacker, I'm gonna have to improvise here a little bit. Like a weed trimmer, like weed whacker trimmer, like grass trimmer. I think you can buy them for like, I bought one once, it was like $98. Pretty dirt cheap, you know. And these things are, if they'd be that much, I'd be surprised. So the trouble with that is, it's this has now turned itself into a disposable piece of machinery. And basically, probably exactly what Buddy did here. He screwed her or ran her without the right oil mixture, and ended up frying the piston or scoring up the cylinder, or either or both. Or so we're gonna pull her apart as best we can and investigate her. Holy cow! The carburetor's stuck to this thing and everything here. Okay. Now I say I should do a compression test on one of my machines that I know is good, but I'm not going to be too concerned about it. So there, oh, that's sort of another not super good thing too, unless I just did that maybe. That's not, someone's had this apart already, I think. Yeah, that's torn. It's, yeah, well, that could be part of the issue too, but that piston didn't look too good to me in there, so... okay, I guess we can actually separate this guy again here. Put all that off to the side. I should have... oh, those bolts were in there tight, so I would say, you know, it was on there pretty good, on the carburetor there, so... okay, so all that's off. Now this is a... what is this carburetor? Walbro. And like everything, that kind of stuff. Okay, it looks like this thing is bolted from this other side, which is not going to be too fun because... yeah, you'd have to put those kind way down there, wouldn't you? I don't think I got a long enough one to get down into that screw. Maybe I can get it. Just barely reach it. Oh, this isn't going to be fun at all. This is going to take a long time to get these ones out. When I get her started though, it might start to turn out. So yeah, I can't say I've actually ever had a leaf blower apart. I think this is actually just the bolts for the handle on this other side. When you're vacuuming, you hold her up like this and run her like that, right? I think that's all those are, but they got to come apart too because it's all, you know, split here, right? So okay, so that one's loose. This one's going to be pretty buried too. I could just barely see it. I was actually asking Iron Man there if, you know, you see any old chainsaws or, you know, anything that looks somewhat decentish still, grab it for me if you could. And you know, not that I need another chainsaw or nothing, but stuff like that's kind of fun to mess with, you know. Cornflakes. Most times though, that stuff he gets there is, well, he's got a lot of good stuff, but like stuff like this is probably junk, right? But like he's got a lot of snow blowers and stuff from his work there that are pretty darn good shape still. You know, they might need a couple little things or just wouldn't run or something or whatever, but okay, I think that guy's free. That should release our handle. Yep. So yeah, this won't be a reassemble, this will be just a tear it apart for us, kind of having fun with it kind of thing, right? So okay, it looks like I got a bunch of these guys I got to pull all out of here, and I think this whole side should just boop right off. So I'm going to go yank these out. I won't put you through waiting all that time because, you know, this is going to be a long time with a stupid little screw thing like this. So anyways, I'll get all these out and then we'll lift her off. Okay, I think I got them all. Looks like they're pretty much stripped, so that just come right off. Look at that. Oh, look at the crub in there. So they've used her a fair bit for picking up crap. So that's cool. So she's had a few hours, I guess, put on her. Now, I am presuming underneath my blower. Oh, look at the way the recoil rope goes all the way down through to the other side there. That's kind of neat. Okay, I am presuming that I need to get this guy off of here now, and then hopefully this little plastic fan will just bloop right off. Now, this might not be fun. First of all, what size? We're not a 12. Are you a 13? Oh, you're a 13. Now, looks like normal threads. Yeah. The fan looks like she's loose already. That's good, that's what I wanted to see. And we've got, oh, you dirty thing. I think it's this one. Maybe it's not. Oh, you dirty thing. Smaller. And they are a Torx bit. So these are Allen key ones here, and that's a Torx. See the difference in the head, right? So smaller. Okay, I do have smaller. Let me go find. Well, unfortunately, the smaller one I got is too small. So we're going to improvise. It's just a straight flat-bladed screwdriver. Sometimes you can get these things. Oh, yeah, look at that. You get them kind of just cockeyed in there a little bit, and not the best fit, but she'll work. Now, that one was easy. Easy-ish. These ones may not be so easy-ish. It's turning. Not wicked tight anyways, so yeah, it's working. Oh dear. Cheating, eh? Cheating. Yeah. She just stays in the right spot. You're home free. And all this mechanism here, oh, that's good. Oh, there's a barreling in there too. Look at that. She's a quality machine. Okay, I think, oh, there's one over here. This will be the dirty one that won't want to come out. Oh, come on. I think we might have her. Yes. Oh. Yes. No. Yes. might have her, boys. I'm just going to go in them all again, give them a good little spin. Now, that should technically release our motor from the housing. It's good. Oh wow, the flywheel's backwards on this. That's cool. Hang on, I gotta unhook a couple little doohies here. Oh, that one's not gonna unhook though. That's not good. Oh, someone's been into this, I think. Well, maybe that's factory. I don't know. There's black tape in there. That seems sort of weirdy-ish. Oh, man. I wasn't sure it's on there good. Holy. Okay, let's just tear all down our partner. There we go. Should come out of here. Out of that housing. Okay, so that is free. Yeah, look at that. They put the flywheel on upside down kind of thing. Alterations misuse may cause burst hazard. Oh wow. How the frick is that held on there? Huh. That's weird. Okay. Usually there's a, you know, it's bolted on or something, but oh, it might be threaded on. Sort of looks like it flares out there, so it's either that or it's just pressed in. I don't know. Okay, so now let's just move some shrapnel out of our way here. Some shrapnel. Okay, what do we got here? What do we got here? This should come off of here. Oh, that's bolted down too. Man, using more of these horrible screws. Oh, that one's in there good. I don't know if I can get these ones out or not. Ugh. Once they get going, they're alright, but dirty thing. Okay, I'm going to see if I actually have the proper thing here. Oops, sorry. I had you out of shot. Hang on a sec. We're getting these screws out of here. Okay, so I do have sort of the proper one. The only thing is, it's the way it's 90'd there. It's bent. You wouldn't get it down like a big long whatchamacallit guy there. So works pretty good on these ones, but the long, you know, like going down. This isn't so bad, but these ones here, that thing wouldn't have reached. So luckily those come out pretty good. Okay, so this is the carburetor intake side. It's where your unburnt fuel goes through and into your machine here. It's funny, there's just like a little O-ring gasket there. There isn't really like a real seal there, but anyways. So, how's this side looking? She's pretty grimed up. That's not looking too good. Now, the next chore we'll say will be, let's see if we can get this, I'd like to get this ignition stuff off here, maybe out of the way. Over this side. Just get all this wire and crap out of the way here. This one, however, I don't think it's going to come out really nice. Maybe it's alright. Oh, dirty thing. Dirty, dirty! Be nice to me. But he's like, why? You're just going to throw me in the garbage when you're done with me anyways. Well, yeah. Sorry. Other side. Oh, that one is tight. I would have never got that with that screwdriver. Barely get it with this guy. love to get a little 4-stroke engine, something around this kind of size-wise, and get a little hit-miss engine built out of it. I think that'd be so cool. You know, these ones you couldn't really do with it being 2-stroke. So the intake side's a little burnt too there. I don't know if you can see that too well in there, but you can see a little bit of a burnage there coming past the ring. So that's not too good, especially on the intake side. The exhaust side, yeah, I can see being a little crubbly in there, you know. Oh crap, you can't see that, but the light, hang on, we'll get you there. Sort of crubbly in there, but being on the intake side, that's really not good. I have to get this little shroud off of here so I can see down here better. Yeah, they've only got 2 bolts holding this guy on here now. Oh man, it'd be nice if I could get lucky and get one of my nice long ones here to fit, but well, maybe that can fit. I don't know what size these are, so that's too big. I think that's the same one again. That one's too big. Should have one somewhere here. I got a whole box of them to choose from. That'll be too big. Too big, too big, too big. Man, I would really like one of these T-handle ones, but I don't think that's going to happen. That one's probably too short. Too short, but the right size. Okay. Actually, how does... Ooh, what size was that one? 3/16. Someone, I guess maybe me, has chiseled the side off of that, so I'm not really liking that too much, but I'll give her a shot here and see what will happen here. Yeah, she's turning. She's tight, but she's turning loose. So this would be cool. I've been wanting to tear an engine apart like this for you for a while, with the cylinder that comes off the piston and everything else stays there, versus the other way where you gotta tear apart the whole bloody thing to get into there. Oh yes, I think we are good. Okay, let's leave her up. Now my buddy Matt there, Landy Kid, some of you know him, he was really looking for a piston to take home with him when he does go back home to England there. So we'll see. I got one little guy here from that chainsaw we tore down, and then maybe give him this one too if it's you know. He said he didn't care what it looked like, so I'm like, oh, okay, they're not gonna be nice. Okay, so now if you were gonna put this together, normally you would get a new gasket for the base here, but this one oh, there she goes, just like that. So that ring is stuck. That is why it's not running or starting. The compression ring here should have, when I did that, pulled it off, and it's stuck into the piston. Now, this might be resurrectable. You can see it's ran for quite a while though, without much lubrication. Well, I wouldn't say lubrication, but without the piston ring working. So that's weird how it's done that. Now, technically, if I can get these out and this cover off, that, if you can see how that is, it just kind of sits there like that, right? And that thing keeps that thing from flopping off, and then keeping in line with the cylinder, it keeps her where it is, right? There's no real pins or nothing holding her together here. This is exactly like how RC car model engine is. Exact same thing. It's like, how does that stay on there? But it does. It does. It stays there. Okay, so I got a little bit of crap in these screws here, so I just got to blast that out of there. Hopefully she'll come out all right. It's not too bad. Let's have a look at the cylinder here. Well, you could maybe hone this out. you know, just to give her a bit of a cleaning. See, it's not really super too bad in there, but she does need a little bit of attention. So anyways, we'll just leave that. We're going to see if we can get this little cover off and get this connecting rod and piston out of here. And you know, if I could, what the heck, if I could get that ring to work again, by cleaning it up maybe, this thing might actually run again. Because I haven't damaged anything yet, as in gaskets or stuff. So these have changed a little bit over time. They used to be like a papery kind of gasket that the cylinder mounts onto the block with. But now it just seems like an O-ring. So that might have troubles now though, because it'll be it's not really super flattened down, but normally if you're rebuilding new piston, new cylinder, you know, all that stuff, that would come with it, and then you'd mush that gasket into there and start go that way with it. So okay, we almost got her out here. And this gasket here, I don't know if this is an O-ring on this one too, but it'll probably tear itself. Oh, it's a big O-ring. Great big huge O-ring on there. Okay, so technically now pull that off, out and up. Little bearing in there and everything. Oh yeah, she's ran for quite a while there with being crubbed up. Wow, that ring is just, I'm gonna try to get you close up here, hang on. That ring is just cooked right in there. There's where it actually splits right there. So if I could get all that carbon and crap cleaned out of this, it might actually come back to life, you know, even though it's kind of scored up a little bit there and stuff. But I don't know. Let's pick at it with our pick and see if anything will happen. That and maybe just a real light wire brush will get some of that crap out of there. A little wire brush here, what I do. So yeah, this thing might. Oh man, I wish I could use my camera as a magnifying glass. Basically, all this carbon in here has baked in this ring. I don't know, I might have to get her to soak. I don't think it's heat wrecked though. It's not. She's, yeah, you can see the exhaust side here. She's pretty rough. A tiny little connecting rod and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. She might be baked here. There's an awful lot of black inside of the piston. That's not really too good. But should do a little measurement on this piston and see how the dimension is of it. It's not very big. Then gives you an idea kind of what you're looking at here, right? If this thing's an inch and a bit, I'd be surprised. Inch and maybe just almost a quarter, just a little bit over an inch and a quarter. Yeah, inch and a quarter, I guess. So, oh boy, that's really baked in there. I don't even know if I can get this thing to even start to move. If I put it in some of my super clean maybe for a couple of days, let her really soak in good, it'll actually dissolve a lot of this stuff. So I'm kind of thinking that whoever was running this thing might have been using a bit too much oil. They might have been having it more mixed at like a 30 or something to 1. But I kind of think if, I don't know, if I can get that ring to free up and move again without breaking the stupid thing. it might be resurrectable. And try not to scratch and score stuff too much, you know, because you do that, then you make it worse again. But I don't know what to say. So cute though, isn't it? There's a wee guy. Let's grab that one into that chainsaw and compare. There's that chainsaw one. Yeah, it's a little bigger, a little more cc's there. Not a whole lot though, but she's got another 1/8 of an inch maybe there around the exterior of it. Fortunately, that one's junk, but this guy, I bet you if we fixed this, got this ring going again, she might come back to life. Now, I don't know if maybe heating it's a good idea to kind of warm up that crap a bit. Come on, lighter. What the heck? Uh-oh. There. All that's going to do is, oh yeah, I can smell the oil cooking. Yeah, I can just see where that's a locating pin in there, so you got to kind of be careful of that. My pick, I don't think is quite sharp enough for scratching in there super real good. Let me go give her a sharpen. Well, she's a little better. A little more pointier. But I think with this crap, yeah, you can see the stuff. I'm going to try to get you a zoom in there. I know you can't really see too much while I'm you know, working on it there, but come on, baby, bring her back. Come on, focus that. There. Okay, so if I don't move this too much. You can kind of see the crub stuck in there, right? So basically what's happened is the carbon's got in between here, and it's stuck that this guy closed. Now there's also a bit of score in here. That could be a contributing factor to why it's maybe stuck. But I think really that's all it is carboned in. But yeah, maybe I'll get some of that super clean and we'll soak her for a little bit. I don't really want to leave all the stuff sprawled out over here too long, but it'd be kind of neat to get her back together and just have the engine there and then just be able to and start her that way, you know, even though the recoil's there and everything, but it's not all sort of included with it. But yeah, so that's kind of cool though. But that's how they work. It's pretty much exactly the same principle as like the RC car engine stuff. So let me get a little jar. I'll almost fit in there. Oh, so close. That's not going to work. Okay. So, what else are we going to put this in here? Need a little container to soak in. Well, a little bit bigger container than I need, but all the paint can lids and stuff I got is the same sort of thing where it fits on the can, right? And it's a little bit too big, but this is kind of way more bigger than I need. Gosh, I gotta have something around here. Holy crap, I gotta have something somewhere that'll hold a bit of something that thing will fit in. I kind of want to sort of douse her pretty good, right? Man. I need some little container things or something. Actually, it wouldn't be, I don't know, bad idea to have it in like something enclosed that I can shake around and stuff, you know, but I don't really want to mess stuff up too bad. Like, you know, I'm gonna have to re-oil all this stuff if I do put her back together. The little bearings and stuff in there. There's a bearing in here too. I could probably, well, it's pretty crubbed up too. I was gonna say I could take the wrist pin off of this and the little, I think I'll just leave that together like that and I'll just set her in. I just basically need to get that ring down underneath the stuff for a couple of days or something, right? Before I dump that in there, I'm going to have another little look around here. Maybe I can find something that'll contain that a little better than this great big thing. Here we go. It's time for some crafts. Okay. Let's see here what we can do with this little bottle of water. Old bottle of water. Okay, so we need yeah, And about there somewhere, so if we cut her... Oh, they're so bloody thin now. Really? I don't know how they can market stuff like that. Okay, so that's good. It's going to give this a little blast of air, get the water out of it. And didn't do super good there, but okay. So that's there. That's there. I might be able to cheat after and actually sort of screw this back on to keep some of the, or not screw back on really. I don't know if that's going to go back on at all now, but anyways, let's put a bit of super clean in here, and this stuff works pretty good. But it's kind of soapy-ish, so you really got to wash your thing off after you're done with it too. And it's purple. Okay. Let's get this feller down in here. Oh, maybe I'll douse the whole thing and then just have to clean her up and lube her up later. Give her a little bit of cover there because sometimes stuff does evaporate a little bit. Hence why I kind of wanted to get this guy to fit back on. If I maybe do a couple more little... At least look at it working already. See that? It's already cleaning the crap off it. Isn't that cool? It's magic! It's already working! You gotta say that's pretty freaking cool. Already stripping the grease off it. But anyways, okay, let's let them sit there and vegetate for a couple of days anyways. Whoa. Stay. There. Okay, you sit there, do your thing. Should have enough ventilation there. Don't think it's gonna explode. And yeah, we'll let that sit there, leave her a couple of days, you know, and then we'll check her maybe tomorrow or something and see how it's looking. It's still doing its thing there, so that's kind of cool. And I think those two are the ones that go there. Kind of try to keep everything where she's supposed to go. Makes her a little bit easier than trying to figure out, oh, where'd this bolt go? Where'd that one go? I can't remember now. But anyways, I think the rest of it should be fine. Hopefully the bearing, there's a bearing down on this side, sort of in behind the counterweight here. Can't really see it, but hopefully it's okay. It feels all pretty lubey and stuff in there, so I don't think that was the issue. I think they actually over lubricated it. It wasn't able to burn that off with that little piston, isn't able to burn all that oil right off again, so it ended up seeping down the side and then getting stuck and sticking that ring together. So yeah, that thing's still gurgling in there, or whatever it's doing in there. She's working. She's working. So yeah, this and then this gasket here, I'm not super crazy on what happened there. Doesn't look bad on this side though. That's sort of weird. Maybe it is, I don't know. But we'll figure that out when we get back to her. Presuming the carburetor is okay. We could maybe pop off the diaphragm side here just to look inside of that, and we'll verify if it's hard and crunchy or not. I'm gonna have to get another screwdriver. Hang on. I'm almost kind of thinking it was okay by the way everything was really wet inside. Seemed like it was pumping the way it should be. But I just want to look inside of this diaphragm side here and see what it's telling me. It'll let me here. So yes, this will be getting pulses off the engine through. That other piece off the engine is sort of buried now, and it'll be off the it's the exhaust side. That's the intake side. Geez, I don't know. Somewhere it gets the pulse anyways, it comes through the little plastic piece it mounts on through this hole, and that's what's activating the diaphragm on the carburetor with the pulses in, and it moves this diaphragm which pumps the fuel. You know, it's kind of a sophisticated, it's almost like, you know, how turbo is in your cars or whatever, where it kind of sort of works on its own. You know, turbo is run off exhaust gases coming out. You know, the more you juice it, the more it juices, and the more you juice the engine, the more it juices, you know, kind of thing. So it's kind of neat how that works. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't tear. That's good. That's actually not too bad, you know that? You can tell by the feel of it. But unfortunately, over time, I don't even know if I can take that apart any more than that, because that doesn't feel too bad. Yeah, unfortunately, over time, I'm going to try to run it like that. It doesn't seem too bad. It looks like it's got a good seal around there and everything. It still feels... there's a little ripple there, though. I would have probably replaced it if I had another one, but I don't have another one, so... we'll just leave her for now. I got other carburetors if we want to. Sometime we can tear down. There. We can tear down and stuff. The one actually from that chainsaw, it's probably pretty close to this guy. And that'll probably be it today. That thing's really foaming up good now. Man, there must be a lot of crud on that guy. He's really working hard at it. Let's have a look at it before we say good day there and see if it actually looks different. Today I have pulled in the bench from outside there. Let's go have a look at the bench here. I'm going to leave it in overnight, of course, and get her nice and warmed up and thawed off and stuff. It's going to take a bit. It's melted a bit, though. Starting to soften up a little bit. It was like up to here in the snow. But that's the one. Needs some new wood. All these are gone. Well, still frozen, but all crappy and stuff, right? So we're going to get some new 2x4s and rebuild this thing. Now, I've only got a circular saw, so... might be fun to try to do all these cuts, because this one, to get this front board, it's got a whatever angle that way, all the way ripped down by there. I think these two are just normal. That one's got a cut, that one's got a cut. So it all fits together nice, right? Frickin' square lumber, what the heck? And then these are just normal whatever's, right? So we're gonna have to get a bit of wood. I think I should be able to cut it. I should have it do it on a table saw, but I don't have a table saw, so we'll have to do the best we can with what we got. So I think that'll be easier than, like, you know, a Sawzall or something. You can just get the line drawn and then just kind of with your thing, and hopefully she works. So yeah, a table saw would be nice though, but me no have, so we will do it as best we can. Now I've seen somewhere this front one, they don't even put it on, and really you're sitting on back here, not up there. It's actually more in the way, but this here makes kind of a, if you just take this off and sat on here, the edge of this one kind of digs into your leg kind of weird, so that sort of helps. But I've also seen them not put this one on too, but then you don't really have anything for your butt to curl into, right? So if you got one of those, we'll say, larger rear end things on your bum, then your butt kind of goes and hangs out the back, right? So it's kind of a not so super good thing. So we're going to rebuild her as best we can, but all these screws came out actually, well, loosened up in the fall there, so hopefully they all come out good. If they don't, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. That's not going to be fun, but it's going to need to sit in here and thaw out for a little bit anyways, and I don't know, maybe leave the tractor out for tonight. I don't think I'm going to need her tomorrow. If I do, I can plug her in, warm her up. So yeah, But that's going to be maybe the project for tomorrow, is rebuilding the bench, or you're just getting her stripped down and figuring out where I got to cut what. And I guess I should figure out how much wood I'm going to need too. I'm going to need a tape measure. Well, that's kind of the neat thing with these. You could make this longer or shorter. You could, you know, cut these down and make just like a chair instead of like a two-person kind of bench if you wanted to. You could make them longer, but you make them too long and someone sits in the middle, it, you know, because there's not a support in the middle, right? So, but it'd be kind of neat. You could make a, you know, a single person, have this sort of be about here or something. Be a single person, but I'm going to do her the same. So these are all the same length. So what length is one of these? 4 feet. Oh, that makes her easy. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 8-foot pieces of 2x4. Should do her. Let me just double make sure. So that's 4, 8. That's 1, 4, 8, 2, 4, 8, 3, 4, 8, 4. Yeah. So that's easy. That's easy to remember. I even think I'm... Oh, no, I don't have any 2x4s here. I don't think I got any kind of lumber like that. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of good to know. I can maybe pick up some tonight while I'm out. I gotta go chiropractor tonight, so should probably actually get home and get cleaned up. We'll let this thing warm up overnight and hopefully dry off mostly. And if I get some more of this crap off of here, it might help too, so I won't have to melt all that. I guess she'll melt. I don't know. I got a lot of it off earlier. Like I say, it was heaped up to like here. It was really heaped up. So anyways, yeah, we'll just let her sit here thaw overnight, I guess, and probably should bring it in a little more and get it away from this door more, because this door is so freaking cold. It's going to take longer. Oh, she's crunchy. Freaking concrete's so heavy too. But hopefully they're okay. I know I got a couple of here that have split kind of down through there, and I don't know if you've seen that down through here, sort of not too good. So yeah, that's sort of not too good. But yeah, we'll let her thaw out overnight here, and then we'll see if we can get the boards off tomorrow. I'll get some boards maybe picked up tonight if I remember. And have to set up a little bit of a cutting table somewhere here, and probably my little whatchamacallem guys over here, my these things, set them up. We sawhorses, and sure we can figure something out that way. And haven't really looked at my saw. Hopefully it'll cut an angle like that. I should go grab it maybe, and I'll just stick the blade down there and then adjust the Dewey. That would work, wouldn't it? She's a Makita, good old saw. That's actually going to work really good right there. And it actually will tell me on here kind of what angle too. So I got the blade kind of jabbed down, and well, maybe it's not bang on perfect yet, but I got it kind of jabbed down inside of here. And something like that. That's how the frick do you read this thing? I don't know where the actual thing is. Oh, here. Huh. Little wee tiny thing slabbed on there. Okay. Okay. That seems to be about as much as she wants to go, and I can't see under there now, but it's a... Oh, what is that? It's buried under this thing here now. 30. I don't know, 25 or something under there. I can't tell. But, you know, as long as she's somewhat close. I'm sure there's a mathematical Dewey way to figure that out, but she'll work. Pretty good little saw. Haven't used her a whole lot. I don't even know what the frick this does. What the frick does that do? Oh, that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That makes sense. You can set your depth. The other one's your angle. Oh, and it does come with the ripping thing too. I think that goes in there. Ooh, that might help. Let's go look at the box here. See, I've never really used one of these, so, you know, I'm kind of a chainsaw kind of guy, but... Oh, yeah, there it is there. That might help. Now, I don't know if that's sort of what I'm thinking it's for, but I think it's more for doing like a hunk of plywood or something, but... Oh. Wait. Oh. Well, it'll help keep the line straighter, I guess, but I don't know, you still might wander off a hair a little bit. But we'll figure all that out tomorrow. Well, we're just going to check our stuff here. Wow, it's still bubbling and gargling away here. It's really dissolved a lot of the crud already, because that was like a nice light purpley color, right? Wow. Wow. Well, she's working, but I see a lot more scoring coming out of here. That's not sorta too good. Although it might still sorta run after. But we'll let her sit there and gurgle a little more, I guess, for a couple of days anyways, and look at her go away. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we'll just let her sit there and gurgle for a couple of days, but anyways, I guess that's about it for today. But anywho, that's it for tonight. Tonight, tomorrow, today, whenever you watch this, I guess. We will go open our last Kinder egg though, and that'll be it for Kinder eggs, I suppose. I haven't really been to Costco in the last little while to get any more, so I don't know. We opened up, oh geez, we opened up our pack, and then we had that other one sent to us too, the other half a slab. So did pretty good with the Kinders, but I don't know. I wanted to get some more of those great big ones, but just didn't see them either this year too. So I don't know. Maybe they didn't come out with them or what. But anyways, let's head her in and we'll rip a Kinder. Well, I love my Makita stuff. Makita's pretty good brand. Last Kinder. The last Kinder. All right. Let's tear this Kinder open. Oh, sound a little rattly. Oh, what is he? 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 Oh, one of them crazy robots with all the little stickers on it. I don't put the stickers on because my fingers kind of don't work that small. I think we've already got one of these guys. Let's see now. We need his body part and this sort of arm part. And that goes on like... Huh? That goes on... Oh yeah, straight in there. Okay. Next, whoop. Next you guys fall off. Next we need this part. Squishes something like that. Okay. Oh yeah, and then this guy squishes on like that, and then we gotta flip open. What is he actually supposed to do though? Oh, there's supposed to be Oh, that's funny. I didn't get... oh, there they are. A pack of stickers. Yeah, these things are just way too small for my hands. But anyways, they say on the thing that you're supposed to put those fellers in there. And he hides his stickers, I guess. It's kind of cool. Well, that's it. Kinders are all complete. And so are we. So that's it for today. We'll let that piston soak a couple of days. So we'll work on our bench and stuff tomorrow. And what else? Work on the bench, and then yeah, we'll check that thing in a couple of days there. See if I can get that piston ring to free up. If not, it was looking pretty scored, so it's not going to be bang on 100% perfect. We might get her back to about an 80% chance of running versus the like 0 pretty much we had before. We'll see. But those things too, they're kind of tricky because a blower, once you use it, you're screaming the whole time. With the chainsaw, you're then you're letting off, right? Blowers get a lot of use real fast, so I kind of imagine that's probably what this thing's got. And someone probably didn't mix their gas right, put a little bit too much oil in. Kind of the way I mixed my gas today. It wasn't perfectly good. And I think they ended up messing up that piston ring to the piston. So we'll give her a shot and try her. If not, if it doesn't free up, then no big loss, I guess. She come out of the scrap heap anyway. She'll probably go back to the scrap heap. But anyways, we'll catch you tomorrow. We'll get some lumber tonight, like I say, and arm on something. That's better. Use my Dewey as a arm Dewey. Yeah, we'll get the lumber tonight. Try to get her cut up tomorrow, and we'll have to do some measuring and some drilling for the screws to go through. And if all the screws come out and everything looks good, I'll probably put her back together tomorrow too. And oh, those boards should probably be treated with something, some kind of sealer. I don't know. I don't think they were originally, and they've been out there for, geez, surprisingly, since about 19. The first columbarium burial thing where those things were located came in at around 1995, and I think those were probably 97, 8-ish, so that's not too bad for being out there. And you know, you treat the wood like that too, you're gonna have to do it like every year. I'm not gonna do that every year. There's no friggin' way I'm gonna be doing that. If I get them pressure washed off once a year, that's, you know, about all I get time for. So all the other stuff I do through the summer here, that's about all the time I get for you know, a quick pressure wash off and blow some of that kind of grimy looking stuff off it, and then that's about it. So I guess you could spend some more money and get like cedar. Cedar's frickin' expensive though. I will compared to like normal spruce, or yeah, it'd be spruce I guess, which I think those ones would have been. Cedar will last longer outside in the elements and the wet and dry cycles all the time. But we'll say it, you know, like an 8-foot piece of spruce would probably be, actually I could go look it up. Let's go look it up on the Home Depot. I'm sure they'll list that. Okay, so we're looking at, I think this is spruce, SPF, spruce per foot, I don't know. 2x4x8 SPF dimension lumber, $3.08, and you could go with treated wood too. But I mean, sitting down on stuff like that, yeah, I'm not really super crazy on that. But that's that. Let me see if I can find some cedar now. Yeah, I know, it was right beside it. I'm a knob. That's okay. Actually, it's not that much more. $8.62 for a 2x4x8. Would last longer. Red cedar, there she be. So let's do, so what did I say? I needed 4 of those, so let's get the old calculator out here. Calculator. So we've got 3, that's really cheap actually. 0.8 times 4, it's $12.32. 1232. Okay, let's open up another calculator. Oh, and times 1.13 for the tax. 1392. And this stuff is 8, 62 times 4. So, or already, yeah, 3 times the price. Which sucks. Times 0.13 equals $38.96 for cedar, or $13.92 for just regular spruce. I don't know what to say on that, but yeah, so let's open up another calculator. 3 calculators now. So we got 38.96 minus 13.92. So yeah, that's $25 more for doing cedar. Oh, wow. Yeah, and then if you use, you know, cedar and you do a cut, frig, I cut that wrong, then you kind of don't feel so bad if you did that in a piece of sprucey pine stuff. But I want to look up something here, how much longer spruce will last than pine, because yeah, it's more money, but if you get twice the length out of it, you're about the same cost, roughly, maybe a little more still, but hang on a second, I gotta find out a thing on cedar and regular spruce. So I just found like a pros and cons thing here. Basically, I'll just go over this quick there. Not all cedars are of equal quality. However, eastern and western red cedar, which I think this was, it says red cedar. However, eastern red cedar by the University of Eastern Red Cedar having a lifespan of more than 30 years, even when left untreated. So that's pretty good. Northern white cedar is rated being durable with a lifespan of between 5 and 15 years. The wood is naturally resistant to decay and insects. Cedar is also prized for its attractive appearance. Red cedar looks nicer too. Is its name and implies has a deep mahogany color and fine grain. Cons of cedar is the primary con of cedar is that it is expensive compared to many other fencing materials. I'm looking up fence stuff here. Cedar is not also a good choice if you want to paint the fence, as the color was strong. It will take several coats of paint to cut. Well, I'm not really going to paint it, so that's okay. Now, pros of spruce. Spruce is the most economical choice for fencing according to the Good Day Fence Co. Really. If you're not on a strict budget and still want wood fence, spruce is the way to go. Or if you are on a strict budget, sorry, spruce is the way to go. The whitish gray color of the wood is another plus. If you don't paint it, it will weather over time with distinctive dark gray color, which yeah, it does. The sun rots it out. If you choose to paint it, the light color of the wood makes the chore easier. The cons of spruce, which means the bad thing. Spruce is not as durable as other types of wood. It is prone to warping, especially in damp climates, which that's going to be in damp and, you know, can suffer from insect infestation. Ooh, that's not good. That can weaken or even destroy the wood. Treatment with a sealant can extend the life of the wood. In addition, many people don't find the wood to be very attractive. The grain is coarse and usually has blemishes and other irregularities. So yeah, it's probably better to do it in cedar, but yeah, it costs a lot more. But they're saying here, a lifespan of more than 30 years, that's pretty good. So let's open up another calculator. So I'm going to say those were installed in 998 minus, we'll put it as last year, 21.4, 16 years. Yeah, 16 years, and I wouldn't want to sit on it. It's pretty rotten out, although it probably still would hold you, but 16 years versus more than 30? Gosh, I don't even think I'd be here in 30, so I don't know. 16 times 3 equals 48. 16, that's 32. So 30. So we're gonna. Crap! I got too many calculators open here. 1392. I don't know. It's gonna be a little more, I think, but I'm losing my brain here with all these numbers. I think it's gonna be a little more, but I don't know. The cedar might be the way to go. I'll double check it and look at it tonight, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do one in cedar and see how we like it. And maybe we'll change the rest of them too over eventually, even though it does cost a little more. But Costs a little more, but lasts 3 times as long, almost. So, yeah, that's a good thing. But anyways, that's it for today. Sorry she ran kind of long. But we'll get some wood and some type tomorrow and go from there and see, put a bench back together. But anyways, check this out. I've been playing some train sim quite a bit actually. I've been actually really enjoying it. It's kind of boring in a way, but I got this one here as I was whipping by. I was focused on the trailing this last car here, and I'm like, oh, there's a sign coming up. So I boom did a screenshot right there. It's like the Sherman Line elevation 8,015 highest point of the Transcontinental Railroad. That was kind of cool. It came out really neat. So I made that into my desktop. So I don't know, I might do some videos of train sim. Sometimes train sim, the game itself is kind of acts weird. Like if you're going along, all of a sudden your train will derail and stuff. It's like, really? Okay, or if you don't set the track right or something, or the switch right, you'll derail yourself, and it's kind of weird that way. But anyways, yeah, you could work, 2.5, 3 hours driving this train from this point to that point, and you almost get there and you derail the stupid thing, and that's the end of your game. It's like, really? It'd be nice if, come fix it and put me back on and I go take off again, but that's not the way she works. So, but anyways, that's it. Let me know, maybe I'll do some video footage of it for you, and I got some diesel trains, electric trains, steam trains. I've actually got the one like the Go train has down here, the Metrolink it's called. It's pretty cool. And there's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of other ones you can get into here, but oh, I have to log in. Stupid thing. But yeah, it's freaking expensive for getting all these add-on packs. So, but anyways, that's it. Again, have a good night. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you tomorrow.